Hey guys, how are you? So we're going to talk today about how to stop thinking about a narcissistic ex. So this is actually really easy and it doesn't really require a whole lot of diving deep, okay? So, and that's actually a really bad pun and you're going to understand why in a minute. So when you have a narcissistic ex, okay, you're in this place of feeling like you can't stop thinking about them, right? Like, I know you can totally be honest here because we all have that if we've been around a narcissist. The very idea that you were with a narcissist means you were giving your energy. So I want you to think about this. Think about when you are in a relationship, you are in a place of transition, right? So you're going from me to us. You're going from you to they. You know, you're becoming plural, okay? So when you're thinking of that in a healthy way, you're going to be where you are, if you're in a healthy relationship, somebody who's not narcissistic, you're going to feel like they really help you, that they make you feel like you're the best that you could possibly be. The reflection that you see when you look at them is of peace and harmony, and it's just really different. So let me just move this a little bit because I feel like there's so much going on. I have a little lab going on over here and so forth. So when you have someone who's a total narcissist and they were your ex, it's going to kill you because you keep thinking about them. And it's going to make you feel so mad at yourself. Like, why can't I get over this person? You might feel heartbroken. You might know that they're not good for you and you still crave them. And I get it, okay? I've worked with a lot of people, and let me tell you, a lot of the most dramatic situations, a lot of the most dramatic situations in therapy are people who are with narcissists, okay? That's what brings people into therapy a lot, okay? So you need to think about when you are in a space, of transition. No matter what that transition is, it feels nice and flowing, okay? Transition is nice. When you're trespassed upon, it's like trespassing on property. It's very boundary crossing and it feels wrong and it pisses you off and it makes you feel like you don't have power. Like, wait, what is that person doing on my property, you know? So when you are in a relationship with a narcissist, they're constantly trespassing and you don't realize it at first. At first, you might even think that they're helping you or that they're a victim. Like, there's this whole other strand of narcissism that is all about them being, oh, I don't feel good, take care of me, my car's not working, help me. And pretty soon you're going to start noticing that everything they're saying is like me, 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 me. And that's a narcissist, okay? So it doesn't matter if they're all victim-y about it or if they're grandiose. If it's always about them and your energy going to them, that's a narcissist, okay? Or very self-centered, at least. So, okay, how do you stop thinking about that person? Well, you first have to understand why you're thinking about that person to help you stop thinking about the person. If I say stop thinking about a narcissist, the first thing you're going to do is think about the person that is a narcissist. So it's not going to help you by saying like, well, you know, get another hobby, distract yourself. That's not going to work for you. So what I would like you to do is this. Think about, and I'm going to tell you a little story, and I just told the story on Facebook, but there was a monk who decided that every time that they would go to use the bathroom, that they would knock 3 times. So it was, 1, 2, 3, knock 3 times, even if they knew no one was in the bathroom. And this other monk is like, why are you doing that? There's no one in the bathroom. Just go in the bathroom. I don't know if they said it like that. They probably weren't from Philadelphia. So anyway, this monk is going into the bathroom and opens the door, and instead of just walking into the bathroom, again, knowing there's no one in there, they stop in the threshold and they just breathe, okay? So they just breathe, and it's kind of like, why would you do that? Why would you not just open the door? Why would you stop in the threshold and breathe? Like, what is the circus that you're doing? Why do you need to do this? Here's why, okay? Why they're doing this is mindfulness. So if you get used to being more mindful in all of your life, now hear me out on this, you're going to have better relationships. And you don't have to knock 3 times to go into the bathroom or stand on the threshold and, breathe and all of that. But that gives you an idea of, if that is what you're doing to go into the bathroom, then what is it like when you're doing, when you're in some other activity, like, I don't know, looking for a life partner? You're going to really be careful when you're looking for a life partner. You're going to really be mindful. You're really not going to rush, because if going into a bathroom that you know is empty is something you're taking your time on and being mindful, of course you're going to take more time in doing things that actually have more meaning for you, right? So that's just a good little lesson of why, and hear me out on this, why being mindful helps you to stop thinking about the person. But first, let's go all the way back, and we're going to think about, how did this happen to you? How did you end up with a narcissist? They seem nice, you're an intelligent person, you're a giving person, I'm positive of that. You might even be too giving. So how did you end up with a narcissist? You deserve somebody good. So how and why could that happen? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because sometimes what happens is you need to think of each person that you're around as a body of water. So people that you really can't get close to, you might see them as ice, okay? People that are just really laid back, they might be a little stream, trickling stream. But then you see someone and they just light you up and you are just feeling so in love. And that is this tidal wave of emotion. Well, guess what? Behind the tidal wave, there's a lot of swelling going on, and all the way miles out, you don't know what is causing all of that emotion. It doesn't mean it's all love and butterflies and hearts and clouds, okay? It could be a lot of toxic. So what you feel like is passion is actually them being like, look at me, love me, and I'm going to make you love me, and I'm going to put so much energy into you loving me, and I'm going to show you my smile, and I'm going to be good looking, and I'm going to XYZ, XYZ, and you're just thinking, yup, I'm taking it all at face value, yes. Well, remember, that monk that was going into the bathroom did not take it at face value when someone said, hey, there's no one in there, just go in. They didn't take it at face value. They knocked slowly 3 times, opened the door, took a breath, got mindful, and then walked in. Okay? That was not assuming. That was really ascertaining for themselves and not taking something at face value and making a decision. So I want you to think about, a narcissist is going to have many, many years, many miles, and much energy of, how can I get people to love me, and how can I control them, and how can I knock them down so that I feel up high, and how can I make her cry, make up with her, and then turn around and hurt her again, and gaslight and make her feel like she did something wrong. How can I use the dog, the kids, the cat, the chickens, everything against her so that she feels like she can't leave, so that she feels like she needs me. And this can go the other way too. If you're with a woman who is a narcissist, she's going to use everything in her power to keep you. Because if you're an energy source, if you're a very giving person and an energy source for a narcissist, they want to keep that going. They're not crazy. They're a narcissist, but they're not crazy. They want to keep that energy going. So what it feels like when you're with a narcissist, when you're really trying to break free, and when they're at their angriest, most ugly, is this big tidal wave that's this peak of a stormy sea, and you're just trying to avoid it crashing into you. Because even though it's water, it's going to sting, it's going to hurt, and you know another wave is just going to come up, and you're only going to get a breather in between. So how do you get to a place where you're just indifferent and not thinking about them? You don't even need to think about, well, you can think about whatever you want, but the bottom line is, when you are with a narcissist or breaking up with a narcissist, if you know it's coming up soon or you've already broken up with them, I don't want you to think about them. I want you to think about them as just a body of energy, and you need to cut the energy source. You need to stop caring. Now listen, I know that there are some schools of thought that say, oh, your energy. So if you're sitting in your house and you're thinking about them, it's still feeding them. No, it doesn't. It doesn't feed them. They're not that deep with narcissism. Narcissism is very superficial. behavior, internal issues, but a very superficial behavior set. So you sitting in, Canada thinking about a narcissist in Japan is not going to cause that person to still control you. It's not going to happen. So what you do need to do, though, is your actions need to stop. You need to stop being overly loving. You're probably too loving, which actually means you're not loving yourself and you're putting somebody else up higher, that you're sacrificing yourself. You should not be doing that at all. So I want you to stop sacrificing yourself. So instead of making sure that they're okay, they're grown people. They will make sure that they're okay. And if they're not okay, it's not your job and it's not your responsibility. So I want you to just go ahead and just make yourself happy. What do you want to do? Do you want to travel? Get friends together and go travel. You don't need your ex. You don't need their approval. You don't need to tell them. You don't need to rub it in their face. Nothing. You just need to start to cut ties. Now, some narcissists are very explosive, and sometimes you have to slowly cut the energy supply. But trust me, as you slowly cut the energy supply, they will naturally try harder to get to you, and it'll be very tempting because they're very convincing. Do not do it. But they will probably start connecting to someone else. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be thinking, oh yeah, that's fine, I don't care. But push comes to shove, I know deep down a lot of you do care. And a lot of you are going to say, well, I don't want them to be with someone else. I want to be able to fulfill everything that they need. They don't need that other person. Are they going to be prettier, blah, blah, blah. Because the narcissist has already made you feel this big. So of course, when they go and look for another energy source, you're still feeling this big and you're thinking, why can't I be this to them? No, don't worry about it. You are definitely enough. You are enough for a healthy person. You will never be enough for a narcissist, and you don't want to be their energy source. It's not good for you. It's really not good for them. So they need to hopefully eventually get help on their own. Again, not your place to tell them to go get help, to find them a therapist, to do anything. Let them do their thing. Wash your hands of it. Think about that ocean and think about how many years that wave took to come crashing on you. It wasn't just from you meeting them until the wave crashed on you. It was everything that happened before them. And it doesn't mean that you have to feel bad for them. I mean, you can have compassion, but it doesn't mean you have to own it, okay? Because you know what? There's bad stuff happening to you right now if you were with a narcissist. So focus on yourself. Be really healthy for yourself so that the next relationship that you're in is going to be healthy and you're going to get the love that you deserve. So on that note, I'm going to go, and if you have any questions, definitely put them below. And excuse my hair that's going on and my giant sweatshirt. And you know what? What is with these sweatshirts? I just want to talk about this. The new style, or the style that is at Old Navy or whatever, is like you have these skinny sleeves, but you have this going on. Like my armpit's up here, but I have like this strange, very boxy kind of look right now. Not really loving it. It's definitely comfortable, so it's sort of like the sweatshirt of sweaters. I like that. And really, the only other thing I want to tell you about is some stuff that's happening with me right now is that I'm excited. I have a fairly new skincare line, and I'm really excited about it. In fact, I can show you a little bit of, I wish you could smell it. This, can you see this? Hold on. It's really something that you don't want to put with metal. But this is my tester of my pumpkin scrub, and I keep perfecting it. So you really can't get much of this anymore. I'm at the end of it. This is being tested for next year so that in the fall I do a whole new pumpkin scrub. The pumpkin scrub smells amazing. And talk about pampering and doing something for yourself. I like this because it's really just, it smells like hot pumpkin pie. And when you put it on, it's just really soothing. And the pumpkin seed and the spices are very, very, very good for your skin. Really helps to bring the collagen into this like party on your face, and the collagen is just like, yes, let's plump up, and it's amazing. So I love that. And for those of you guys who have already had it, please let me know how you feel. I would prefer you to let me know on the site michellepava.com, but you could also let me know here because I know a lot of you guys did the sample kit. And in fact, if you do the sample kit, which I still have some, you can definitely still try some out from this year. So next year is going to be much more spicy. This year was a little bit more pumpkin seed. So next year you're going to have a lot more of the clove and the different spices, and it's going to be different. Coming up is my very favorite, and that is the Love You S'more. Love Yourself S'more. So what that one is all about, of course, is chocolate. So that one is going to be really fun too. And so that one is ready to ship almost. No one's tried it yet, so I can't wait for that. So if you're local, I think I'm going to have a little s'more party, which we're not going to really eat s'mores, but we're going to have this beautiful vegan, I was never mind. This beautiful vegan, cruelty-free, and gluten-free face mask night with the s'mores, and I can't wait. So I will talk to you guys soon. And you know what? Listen, if you're suffering and you're feeling really bad, I get it. You might need a therapist or you might need someone to talk to, but definitely own that the narcissist is not someone that you need to deal with anymore. Your energy is your energy. You don't want to give it away because it's so sacred, your energy. And your energy is all about you feeling good. And when you give your energy away, it's like saying that you don't value your own life. And I think you should value yourself and your life. So that's all. I'm going to come back in a minute and talk about the necklace that I'm wearing because I'm really excited about it.